On this fifth day of the sacred festival of Navaratri, we arrive at a deeply tender and powerful form of the goddesses, Ma Skandamata. She is the mother of Skanda, also known as Kartikeya or Murugan, the commander of the celestial armies. She embodies the perfect balance of a mother's gentle, nurturing love and the unshakable courage that protects her children and the world from harm. If the first 4 days of Navaratri brought us from grounding with Shailaputri to discipline with Brahmacharini to courage with Chandraganta and creation with Kushmanda, then day 5 opens the heart to motherhood itself, unconditional, pure, and protective. To understand Skandamata, we must return to an ancient tale. There was once an Asura named Tarakasura, fierce, cunning, and relentless. He performed severe penance until Lord Brahma appeared before him. When asked for a boon, Tarakasura requested him immortality, but Brahma reminded him, all who are born must one day die. Ask for another boon. So Tarakasura asked instead, grant me this, that I can be only be killed by son of Lord Shiva. Confident in his choice, Tarakasura rejoiced, for Shiva, the great ascetic, was deep in meditation, detached from worldly life. To Tarakasura, the idea of Shiva ever fathering a son seemed impossible. He laughed to himself, certain of his victory. Empowered by this boon, Tarakasura became a tyrant. He conquered kingdoms, defeated devas, and spread terror across the three worlds. The heavens trembled under his cruelty. The gods, helpless, turned to Supreme Mother, Parvati, who had by now devoted herself entirely to uniting with Lord Shiva. Through her immense tapasya, Parvati's love and devotion awakened Shiva from his meditation. Their union gave rise to a divine spark, and from that spark was born a radiant child. This child was none other than Skanda, the commander of gods, the destined slayer of Tarakasura, and the mother who carried him, nourished him, and held him close was Ma Skandamata. When we visualize Skandamata, we see her seated majestically on a lion. She has four arms, two holding lotus flower, one in blessing, and one cradling her child, Skanda, in her lap. This is a unique form of the goddesses. Most other forms of Durga stand alone, armed with weapons, ready for battle. But Skandamata is shown not alone, but as a mother with her child. Why? Because in this form, the goddesses teaches us that motherhood is itself a divine power. Her strength is not only in weapons or war, but in the power to nourish, guide, and shape a warrior who will protect the worlds. Skandamata embodies the truth that behind every great force of righteousness, there is a mother's love that nurtures it into being. But let us not mistake her gentleness for weakness. Skandamata is both tender and fierce. Legends say that before Kartikeya went to war with Tarakasura, the Devas prayed to Skandamata for protection. The mother held her son close, blessed him with her energy, and assured the gods, do not fear. Through my son, Dharma shall be restored. It is said that as Skanda fought, the radiance of his mother's blessing shone around him like a shield, protecting him in the heat of battle. Her presence was not only that of a mother watching from afar, but of a divine force flowing through her child, empowering every strike, every roll, every victory. In another story, sages once called upon her when they were tormented by demons. Skandamata appeared, glowing like a midday sun, her son in love. The sight of her drove away the asuras, for where the mother stands, no evil can endure. Every detail of her form carries meaning. Her lion symbolizes courage. The lion does not retreat, does not fear. By riding it, Skandamata reminds us to ride upon courage in our own lives. Her lotus flowers represent purity and transcendence. Just as the lotus rises from muddy waters untouched, so we must too rise above worldly struggles while remaining in them. Her hands of blessing assures us that she is ever watching, ever protecting her children. And most significantly, she holds Kanda in her lap. This shows us that devotion to her brings the blessings of both the mother and the son. She does not keep her child away. She shares him with the world, saying, my strength is your strength. Spiritually, Skandamata governs the Vishuddhi chakra, the energy center at the throat. This chakra represents purity of thought and word. By meditating on her, we cleanse our speech and align our words with truth and devotion. The Devi Bhagavatam reverses Skandamata as the giver of both worldly prosperity and final liberation. It says that those who worship her with devotion are carried beyond ignorance, lifted into wisdom and peace. In the Skanda Purana, her role is central to the birth and rise of Kartikeya. Without her, the mighty commander of gods would not have been born, nor could Tarakasura would have been defeated. Her presence in scriptures is always tied to protection, nourishment, and the balance of love and power. Now close your eyes and bring her to mind. See before you a golden light spreading like dawn. Out of this glow appears a lion, fierce and radiant. Upon the lion sits a goddess, serene yet beautiful. Her form shines with grace. In two hands she holds lotus blossoms. With one hand she blesses you, and in other arm she cradles a radiant child, Kartikeya, glowing like fire. Her eyes look upon you with the love of a mother. You feel her compassion wrapping around you like a warm embrace. Imagine yourself as that child in her lap, safe, protected, and loved. Now let her energy fill your being. The courage of the lion, the purity of lotus, the strength of a warrior, the gentleness of a mother all flow into you. Silently repeat within. Om Devi Skandamate Namaha. Om Devi Skandamate Namaha. Let this mantra echo with each breath, filling you with calm, courage, and love. From Skandamata, we learn timeless truths. She teaches us that love is true strength is not found in aggression, but in the nurturing love that shapes and protects. She shows us the importance of balance, to be gentle when needed, but fierce when protecting righteousness. She reminds us of the power of motherhood, whether biological or symbolic. Every act of care, every effort to guide another on the right path is an echo of Skandamata's energy. And finally, she teaches us devotion. When we place ourselves like children in the lap of the mother, surrendering our fears and doubts, we find courage beyond measure. As we close this day of worship, bow in your heart to Ma Skandamata. Feel her presence within you, a mother's embrace that never leaves. Carry her blessings forward. Speak with purity, act with courage, love with compassion, protect with strength, and whisper within, O Mother Skandamata, guide me, protect me, and bless me with your love. May I walk this life with courage and devotion as your eternal child. Jai Skandamata. This is the Gita Journal. Follow for such more epic tales.